next snöande försökte stilla tagna från vad kan det vara så att vi alla när ju sagt vi ska väl ha något kommer långa no we're best hope. What's up everyone, I'm Will and welcome to Hollywood Multipass. This past weekend a lot of movie theaters have opened back up and we finally got the release of Christopher Nolan's Tenet.
To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
As I understand it, we're trying to prevent World War III.
Nuclear holocaust.
No. Something worse.
All I have for you is a word.
Tenet.
Don't try to understand it. Feel it.
I'm gonna do my very best not to reveal anything or give away any spoilers. I want you to have the same experience I had going into this movie. This past weekend was the opening for Tenet here in the US. I've seen the movie twice already and I'll give you my reaction from both of those viewings. And it does matter when comparing the two and they are both different experiences. Let's talk about my impressions from seeing Tenet the first time. Tenet is another mind-bending film from cinematic genius Christopher Nolan, being his take on the action spy espionage genre with a sci-fi twist. It's like James Bond meets Christopher Nolan. The film offers amazing visuals, music, acting, storytelling, and spectacle. Every scene in the movie is real. There is no CGI and everything achieved is done through practical effects. Tenet truly is an impressive technical achievement in film. Because this movie is presented as a spy film, you as an audience member and the hero of the story are left unsure of who you can trust. And because I'm trying not to spoil anything, I can't really talk about the cast too much. Talking about an actor in particular in the movie might reveal more than I want to, in terms of how much of an impact they have in the movie. So no matter how big or small a role an actor might have in the film, everyone did an outstanding job in the movie. But since these two particular actors are seen most in the trailer, I feel a little more comfortable talking about them. John David Washington takes the lead as the protagonist, providing a first-hand experience of the film through him and his point of view. I've noticed some complaints that people can't really relate to him as a character because he doesn't reveal too much about himself, or his past, or his motivations, or how he grew up, I guess. But you gotta remember, this is like a James Bond movie for Christopher Nolan. Throughout most of his movies, I don't remember James Bond talking about his family, or his friends, or his home life at all. James Bond is just a character trying to save the world from a threat that no one knew existed, just like John David Washington in this movie. Robert Pattinson puts in another outstanding performance in Tenet, and he's very charming throughout the film. Considering how far he's come as an actor from the Twilight Saga and the stain that those movies were on his career, I think Robert Pattinson has earned his right to be known as a great actor. He's taken on a lot of independent film roles and he's starting to have a resurgence as an actor, with Tenet and the upcoming Batman. From the performances I've seen from him lately, I'm very impressed. And if you still hate him from his Twilight days, I'm telling you, give him another chance. Don't let those crappy movies be the thing that you remember him most for. From all the hard work that he's done, I think he's earned at least that much. The music for Tenet is incredible and it brings so much to the experience of the film. If you're a Nolan fan, then you know that he works a lot with Hans Zimmer. And if I didn't mention it, you'd probably think that it was him composing the score. But it's not. Tenet was brilliantly scored by Ludwig Göransson. He's done music for Creed, Venom, Black Panther, The Mandalorian, and now Tenet, to name a few. And he co-produced all of Childish Gambino's albums so far. I also have to mention that he wasn't able to record the music for the film in studio with everyone because of the shutdown, which means he had to record every musician individually and put the soundtrack together piece by piece. Are you kidding me? Just give him the Oscar right now. The cinematography by Hoyt van Hoytema was no easy task either. With everything he and Christopher Nolan were trying to achieve and pull off visually, and to capture all those scenes and present it in the way that Nolan wanted, definitely deserves a lot of accolades. Now regarding the backward stuff you saw in the trailer, without giving anything away, it is a key part of the film experience. And this is one of those moments where if you're okay with the mechanics of how it works, and if you don't think too hard about it, you're going to enjoy the movie immensely. But if you are hesitant to jump in and a bit standoffish and it doesn't work for you, then you might not enjoy the film. If you do feel hesitant like I did the first time I saw it, just remember Nolan gives you all the pieces of the puzzle throughout the film. It's just a matter of putting it all together, and that's usually done best with a second viewing. I say that with hope that you'll at least watch this movie one more time before you decide if it's a good movie or not. Something that I found a bit problematic was the sound. It's a very loud film which I love and live for. But the problem here is that the sound effects and the music can sometimes overpower the dialogue and the voices of the characters. Not often, but enough to be noticeable. When a movie like this is presented in such a way where information is vital to the story, it's not a good idea to overpower the dialogue with loud noises and loud music so that the audience can't understand what anyone is saying. After the credits rolled for the first time, I couldn't say if I liked it or not. There was a lot there to digest and process. There were a few things holding me back from liking the film, but the signs of brilliance was there. I wanted to watch it immediately after because I needed to see it at least one more time before I could decide if it's a great movie or not. I had questions and concerns, and I felt that the movie did give the answers I was looking for. I just didn't catch it, or I misinterpreted the information I was given. This is definitely another complicated and convoluted Nolan story, but one that warrants a second viewing to further enhance the experience and to clarify some things. Just like Inception, Memento, and The Prestige, all of which get better and better each time you watch them. On my second viewing of the film the next day, I noticed a lot more. Like I said, Nolan gives you all of the pieces of the puzzle. Now that I had all those pieces, it was all just a matter of putting them all together and trying to catch anything that I may have missed. A lot of information is thrown at you the first time, and it can be difficult to keep up and keep track of everything going on. But after that second viewing, I got it. It made sense. It's not perfect, and there are some questionable moments, but it didn't hinder my enjoyment of the film. And a lot of scenes became more clear and easier to understand, and a lot of little things here and there became more impactful. I didn't applaud the film the first time. There were moments and scenes holding me back from doing so. I needed to revisit it, and by watching it a second time, I was able to clarify some things, and I did applaud the film when I saw it again. Tenet is an incredible film by Christopher Nolan and everyone involved in making it happen. Everything Christopher Nolan puts into this film is brilliant. From the self-referential gestures, to the visuals, to the story, to the characters, to even the title of the movie. Everything is thought out and given to the audience in such a unique and original way. I have never seen a movie presented like this before. A lot of people are saying that it's not one of Nolan's best and it's not a great film, and it's not worth your time in the theater. But most of them only saw it once, and on that first viewing, I don't blame them for feeling that way. In a time where people complain that there isn't enough original movies in Hollywood, and that there's too many superhero movies and remakes and sequels and prequels, we finally got something original and unique, and people are still complaining about it. You really need to watch it twice to fully appreciate what Christopher Nolan has done. I wouldn't have said this the first time, but this is one of Nolan's best films. It is a great film, and for me, it is worth your time in the theater. I see now why Christopher Nolan fought so hard to keep his film in theaters. The best way to experience Tenet is in movie theaters. Tenet is another masterpiece from Christopher Nolan, doing what all filmmakers should strive to do and challenging themselves to present something new for modern audiences. It's a one-of-a-kind film experience with incredible moments, set pieces, and concepts worthy of discussion for years to come. Tenet was worth seeing twice on opening weekend, and a film everyone should try to see in theaters if possible. And for that, Tenet is definitely worth a buy. So go out and see Tenet as soon as you can. Try to gather as much information as possible the first time, and use that to enjoy a better experience the second time. And that's my review for Tenet. Have you seen it? Are you excited to see it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Like and share the video, and I'll see you next time on Hollywood Multipass.